with the gang now. They're here with a lane now. My home second with a rain now. Legendary on the field, kinda drip is a skill, it's the highest cruiser bill, ain't nothing just the heel. We slip on, spin move, in zone, scope the sideline, a touchdown, I put on the show. I had to kick off and go. I had to kick off and go. We slip on, spin move, in zone, scope the sideline, a touchdown, I put on the show. I had to kick off and go. I had to kick off.
This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Pacific Northwest at CenturyLink Field in Seattle, Washington. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles. Ready to get us started, the Aussie punter and kickoff man, Michael Dixon. And off we go from Seattle. Taking it about the 1. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Return. The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 24-yard line.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. To throw, it's Wentz. That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds.
Pick up on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Pickup of 6 brings up 2nd and 4.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37.
Well, when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, first round went to the offense, second round the defense. Wentz going to try and throw on 3rd. Flush to his right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. He got out of the pocket there, was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling, his receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. To throw is Wilson. Steps in, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Derek Barnett able to maneuver in for the sack. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19.
49.
Now Wilson. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49.
Second down, back at the 49.
And that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying it is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize it is broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try to pick it.
Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Fletcher Cox, the former Mississippi State Bulldog, ringing the cowbell there on the sack. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack.
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. They can't stop Bruce Irvin there as he slips in for the sack.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Another try after the 1st down sack. Win. And he coughs up the football near his own goal line. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And it won't be a pick six, but he will have his guys set up at the 2-yard line.
After that play, I think we know one quarterback will be extremely happy if his defense can hold the opposing team to a field goal here.
From the 2, here's 1st and goal. Quick throw complete. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Wilson connects with Tyler Lockett. And the Seahawks have taken a first-quarter lead. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Jason Myers now for the extra point. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Seahawks 7, Eagles 0. Michael Dixon.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Jackson now to return. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
On the return. The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
That's the end of the first quarter with the score Seahawks 7, Eagles 0.
Second down and 5. Shotgun now for Wentz. Trying to get it to Jackson, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
27-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
To throw again on second down. Wilson escaping the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Sacked by Brandon Graham. He's been doing that since he entered the league in 2010.
Brings up 3rd down.
Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. From the shotgun, Wilson. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. They'll run high. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Well, I know a defensive coordinator is going to be pretty excited about what he just saw there. Great knockback by their front. And now with the ball where it is, I would expect to see the offense throw the ball on 2nd and 3rd down here.
There's a fast release by Wilson out to the flat. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Russell Wilson on target to DK Metcalf. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC.
Run after catch. And he loves that. And he's going to carry that in at contract time.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this will not be fielded. It's a touchback and comes out to the 25.
5-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your...
On Wentz is intercepted yet again. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner.
All right, work with me, partner. This is a classic understatement. Their execution has been very poor. Last 3 drives, 2 interceptions and a fumble. Winning football, we're not seeing it right now.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Wilson. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Nickel Roby-Coleman. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
1st and 10.
That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
Eagles first down.
On first down, Wentz. And the reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Quick throw out wide by Wentz. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
From the 24, Wentz. It's caught by Sanders. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. That one a first down pickup of 8.
An 8-yard pickup. First down, Philadelphia.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. And defensive back Jamal Adams in on the stop.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1? Play fake to Sanders. Now here's Wentz. This is caught by Jackson. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. They'll run with Sanders. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Taking it in from 4 yards out. There the Eagles are back within a score. Solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's 10.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Still 15 yards to go, 2nd down. Throwing is Wilson. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Wilson to the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Wilson. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Here's Jackson to return. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10.
At their own 39-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Wentz now on 1st down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. The 1st down screen pass, good for 5. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37. Now they go screen. It's complete. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field.
48-yard attempt.
And the holder's going to keep it. He's going to try to run for it. There he goes, right side. And with a clock reading zeros, he is into the end zone. What an exclamation mark to the end of this second quarter.
Indeed. Indeed. Well, my education continues in this game. I've got to tell you, because there's not an analyst in the world that would have said pass up the field goal here, go for it, and expect for it to be successful, and it was. I mean, they're playing this one just like a video game.
Especially for the final play of the first half to have the guts to do that. But I guess, what do we say? The end will justify the means, right?
No doubt about it. For you and me, we live, we learn.
And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
On the return, the Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this...
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Fletcher Cox getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Rodney McLeod that time able to knock it away.
Well, as we get ready for 3rd down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on 2nd down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on 3rd and long.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced them to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Now here's Michael Dixon as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Here's Jackson. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
36-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And Charles, they trail by a couple of scores, but if they can put a good drive together here, go a long way toward getting them back in this football game.
And if you're looking at a checklist of things that they need to do in the second half, job number 1 was getting a stop, wasn't it? So big check right there. Now they want to see if their offense can build on that momentum.
At the
38-yard line, 2nd and 9. Another run with Sanders. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
He's brought down.
Well, it's tough time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Now Wentz on third down. Flush to his right. Gonna look deep for Jeffrey. And my goodness, another interception. Trey Flowers picks it. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all of these picks have been his fault. You know, some of the throws, yes, but there have been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by his own receivers, and they've turned into interceptions. So he knows if he keeps firing, perhaps good things can happen, not just in this game, but especially in later ones.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Philip Dorsett, the intended receiver. And that takes us from second to third down.
Third down and 10 yards to go.
You're not ready. You're not ready. 57's the mic. Watch 57. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Here's Wilson. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Coming to you. Coming to you. Let's 57. 57's left.
On first down, Wilson. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And he will bring this all the way back out to midfield. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words every time we hear that.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The sack there by Rasheem Green.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
And he's going to go down again. Bruce Irvin able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his third sack of the afternoon.
So when you have good field position to start a drive and you give up back-to-back sacks, that can be demoralizing for a team.
Eagles coming up here on a third and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. From the gun, it's Wentz. And that will be incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Oh, fighting off the defender. 51 yards on the punt there. And it'll be Seahawk football, first and 10.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive. As they score here, especially a touchdown, it's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, I feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A gain there of 21 yards. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. This is Carson. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
Off to Chris Carson.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. Flushed out right. And he's going to keep it here. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. A good decision in the end to pull it and run. Gets him 9 yards and a first.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now this window is running back out of the backfield. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first.
27-yard line.
Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up.
Now Wilson on 1st down. This complete to Lockett. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff position? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Jackson now to return. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
A sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Here's Wentz to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. The loss of 3 on that 1st down pass play. Now 2nd and 13. Now a play fake. Wentz. Man open, it's Goodwin. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 27-yard line. 23 yards the pick up there.
And an Eagle 1st down.
Throwing on first is Wentz. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Again, they'll throw with Wentz. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Goodwin able to haul it in. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. Wins to throw again. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Now, Wentz again. Being chased out left. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack.
It's 3rd down.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Shotgun now for Wentz. Eluding the pressure right. And now here is another interception. Able to get there and pick him. And a short return to the 6-yard line. He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late. And that margin that he had on the defenders, that got eaten up, and they came up with the interception.
They'll begin the drive with Carson. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7.
On the carry.
The stop was made by Jannard Avery.
On the 7-yard line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
They'll roll him out right. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. And the Seahawk defense gets to him and they bring him down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains.
A gain of 19 yards.
Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down. Working from the gun, Wentz. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, They frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. Fletcher Cox, who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Wilson wants to throw it. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
And they'll get him down up past the 15. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. From the gun, it's Wilson. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7.
Today's final score.
So the victory here for Seattle. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter @EA Madden NFL.